finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh! That's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Yeah. Welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up on 5R. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined tonight by my man Jonathan Rumlicon, the man Ariel Latias, and the member of the Kane Gang, my boy Brian Young. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I never knew that it would only take 15 minutes for me to say fuck Gabe Vincent and everything he's contributed to this team this season. But Vic, you crazy as a $3 bill. Victor Oladipo showed me more than enough today to warrant snatching up all of Gabe Vincent's minutes, all of Max Strus minutes,
Duncan's minutes.
some of Duncan's minutes. Like, listen, I enjoyed everything that I saw from this man tonight. And I know, we got to get to Tyler because Tyler was phenomenal tonight. But, this is going to be the first time we get a chance to talk about Victor Oladipo tonight. So that's where most of my focus was tonight, seeing how he looked. But let's start with you guys. Brian, we're going to kick it to you first, bro. Tell me your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, so obviously it's today's the return of the great David Firth. Salad Fingers. After this post-game show, you guys go check him out. He's a great horror creator. But the second great return that we had tonight, Victor Oladipo, man, that's the story of the game. Listen, the Houston Rockets aren't very good. We knew that the Heat will blow that shit out. Like, we're whatever. Seeing Victor Oladipo play, and not just play, but look healthy, man, that is a game changer. And in doing so, I think the biggest takeaway from tonight is that we saw the Heat's playoff rotation, essentially. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be Lowry, Duncan, Jimmy, PJ Bam, Tyler, Dedmon, and Vic. Essentially, that's who you roll with. And it looked really, really good. And to kind of see the potential of where these guys can go, to see the fact that they essentially won by 20, 17, I guess. And the chemistry isn't even really there, man. Vic isn't even 100% of the way back. Like, I'm excited. This team's ceiling is however high. I don't even know. I don't think this team really has a ceiling. Like, they can go all the way, man, with this squad. So I'm excited about it. I'm hyped, and we'll see where it goes.
Yes, I agree with y'all. We are winning the fucking title. That's exactly what Brian just said. We're winning the goddamn title. Jonathan Rumlicon, tell us about what you saw from tonight's first step in the road to us hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Well, I saw the first thing when Victor Oladipo stepped on the court is he got a defensive stop with a charge. Like, that was his first defensive play, and I think that just set the tone for the entire night, in my honest opinion, because in the first quarter, the Heat weren't playing so hot. Like, they were giving up a lot of threes to Jalen Green and KPJ, but after that, second quarter, Tyler Herro came in, 21 points in that second quarter, including a buzzer-beating 3 after just picking up the dribble with 3 seconds to go on the opposite end. I mean, that was just phenomenal. That 3-point shot had me jumping out of my bed when I was watching that game, and he was phenomenal, right? Tyler Herro was just absolute star tonight, and he was easily the best player on the court, in my opinion. Now, moving into the second half, I mean, Dwayne Dedmon had a quick little nice minute where he got a little jumper, drew the charge, got some little start there. We hit a little bit of a drought in that quarter, but Oladipo hit his first 3 off a Lowry assist. It was pretty interesting to note that both those threes from Oladipo came from Lowry assists, so that's something to keep a little bit of an eye on because that might be a little fun backcourt that we might have running out there as well. Jimmy was pretty good too. Jimmy was getting to the rim, got a couple of and ones, did his thing. But man, that fourth quarter was just all Victor Oladipo. I mean, he got another charge. He assisted that Dedmon slam, the pump fake, the D-Wade like pump fake to get that boy in the air, get those 3 throws going, and then he got the dunk. And that dunk was just probably the best one all night long. Seeing that explosiveness still there on his first game back on minutes restrictions, he was able to get that dunk. And I mean, from there, it was just all academic. The Heat got the win. We were able to seal that game out. And we just saw with that dunk, we're gonna raise that Larry O'Brien trophy later this season.
Yeah, the minute he dunked that ball, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it was over for the boy Gabe, man.
That sealed his fate.
Man, thank you, SRT Drake, for $1.99. Don't know he saw Gabe earned his minutes. The good old days. Hey, bro.
He did when there wasn't Victor Oladipo.
You said what?
Said he did when there was no Victor Oladipo.
For sure. Look, man. Like I said it the whole time. Vic would have to earn his minutes from Gabe Vincent this season when he came back.
He did it in 15 minutes.
It didn't take long.
Funny thing is, Vic's going to be the one earning Gabe's minutes because he's going to contribute to all the blowouts they're going to have, and then Gabe gets in the game at the end of games. So everything comes full circle.
Win-win for everybody. Thank you, Abel Shaw, for the $199. Don't know. He said Big Five now. That boy Tyler is insane. He. Listen, there are several people who played well tonight. Like Jimmy played well, PJ played well. Houston sucks, but I don't give a fuck about none of that. Oladipo is going to lead us to the promised land. Ariel Diaz, give me your thoughts on tonight's game, bro.
I mean, I didn't pay attention to almost anything in this game other than Victor Oladipo. It's kind of hard to miss Tyler Herro going ballistic in the second quarter and ending with 31 points. So shout out to him. But obviously tonight was all about Vic. That's the reason they bring him back tonight and not against Philly and not against Phoenix on Wednesday, right? This is a good matchup. It's kind of an easier game to kind of bring him in and reintegrate him. It seemed like the team expected to just come out and roll over the Rockets early. And so the focus wasn't there. And, a lot of dumb shit happened and a lot of bad shots went in for Houston. But for the most part, man, Vic, you saw everything you want to see. The bounce was there, the explosiveness. I wouldn't say he looked super explosive, but he looked good. I was encouraged with how he looked for sure. The handles there, the playmaking, the rim pressure. He knocked down a couple threes. The defense, dude hasn't played basketball in a year and barely played before that, right? He's played something like 50-something games in the last 3 years. And he's staying in front of guys like Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green when he gets switched onto him at the point of attack. That's huge. He provides them a tremendous boost off the bench. It's funny that he's probably going to be taking Gabe's minutes, and Gabe's been fantastic for them this season, but Oladipo's ceiling is just higher. He just has a level that he can get to that Gabe can't get to. And I haven't really projected Vic into I haven't really factored him into a lot of my projections for the team this season because I don't know when he's coming back and I don't know how he's going to look and whatever. But if he looks like this and there's not any more improvement, which is kind of, you would expect some more improvement as he gets used to playing basketball again. If he looks like this and there isn't any more improvement, I mean, it's a no. You forget, dude was a 2-time All-Star. He's made all defensive. He's a really good player. So you don't just forget how to be good at basketball. And that's just, he brings them something that they didn't really have, kind of a ceiling that they didn't have before with Gabe, although I love Gabe. And just Tyler Herro, Victor Oladipo combo off the bench is unfair. They're already the second best scoring bench in the NBA. You add Victor Oladipo to that, him and Tyler, that's a better starting backcourt than at least half the teams already in the NBA. And you got that coming off the bench. So it's all encouraging stuff. Vic looked fantastic. The Heat are winning the title.
Zach, I'm going to let you behind the veil a little bit. We had this conversation very early in the season.
I was thinking about that tonight, too. That's funny.
We had this conversation behind the scenes very early in the season. But yeah, let's keep it. Oh, thank you, SRT Dre, for the $199. Don't know. He said, should Gabe start in Duncan's place? No, that's not something that you can do. But sticking with Vic a little bit, Ariel, you were talking about it, all the different things that you saw from him. You saw defense. You saw a bit of playmaking. You saw a bit of rim pressure. Which one of those things was the biggest? Which one of those things was the most satisfying for you particularly to watch?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I see why they pay you the big bucks.
They pay me the same amount as you.
Well, with the exchange rate. Anyways, I think, I don't know. It's tough. I want my initial inclination was to say the rim pressure. It's something that the Heat don't have a ton of outside of Jimmy Butler and Tyler Herro. So to add another dynamic guard who can get to the rim and collapse defenses and who's smart enough to recognize what the right reads are in those situations. You saw him, I think Jonathan mentioned the shovel pass that he had under the rim to Dwayne Dedman, right? And he'll do stuff like that. We didn't see a ton of it tonight. He also only played 14, 15 minutes, right? But his on-ball reps looked really good. So I would probably lean rim pressure first, but It's just everything. He gives you. He's dynamic, man. Like he's very dynamic. So I guess I'm gonna say rim pressure, but I loved all of it. I could have made an argument for any of them.
Yeah, Brian, what was your favorite part of Vic's game tonight?
Easily the slashing. Like I think that even last season we saw that the defense was there, even though we kind of knew that Vic wasn't 100% himself. But to come off of a devastating injury and a surgery, and a year later, like you can still get to the rim, and on that one possession, like have a very athletic dunk. That's super encouraging. Not just from the athletic standpoint, but the confidence to do that. So for me, that was definitely great to see. I think that as we go forward, I mean, we forget that Vic was a point guard for a couple of years with Magic, so we're gonna love the playmaking. Vic has never been a great shooter, so or at least he's never been like a great 3-point shooter, but to see him knock down a couple corner threes was definitely encouraging. So I think that those are little wrinkles that I think are really, really going to help this team offensively going forward. Again, the defense I kind of expect. Vic has always been really, really good on that end. So yeah, I'm hyped about just the fact that it all looks way better than I guess I would have assumed coming off of a year being off.
Can I jump in on one quick point there, just to throw something out there? The shooting, Brian, like you're right. He's never been a great 3-point shooter, but we brought this up on here. We brought it up on Full Court Press. He was really good in catch and shoot situations last year, shot like 40% in that spot. And I don't think that a lot of his threes are really going to come off the bounce anyways. So I think his functionality as a 3-point shooter is going to be pretty good for this team if he can keep that up.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a 40% catch and shoot 3-point shooter, that's fantastic. Like that's way beyond what I would normally expect from Victor Oladipo. So yeah, again, it's all really, really good. Like I'm very excited to see Victor Oladipo continue to build on this.
Jonathan, what was your favorite part of Vic's game tonight?
I think I wanted to just pick something, but I think the best part about having Victor Oladipo is the fact that he has a little bit of everything, right? And that's what makes him fit so well is that with Max Strus, with some of the other guys coming off the bench, they have one really good thing, and then everything is kind of lagging a little bit behind. The thing with Vic is just everything is a little bit above average. Like his shooting is above average. His rim pressure, like Ariel said, is above average, right? His ability to find people cutting to the rim while he's driving, that's above average as well. So his ability we can't obviously miss out on his defense. His ability to do everything, a little bit of everything, is what makes him so unique. And I think that's what'll be what makes him a core functional piece for this playoff rotation, because he does it all, and he's not going to have a gap that, okay, he can't shoot, we can help off of him. Okay, we can let him go to the rim because he can't finish. He can do a little bit of everything. And tonight, if you want to give me say one thing, I think it has to be the ability just to take that little burst to the rim. We've seen it twice with the dunk and with the ability to finish. But I think overall, just the main thing with him is just he does a little bit of everything. He doesn't have a hole in his game, and that's what's going to make him a part of this playoff rotation.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that was a very articulate way not to answer my question until you answered it. So I appreciate you for getting that done. I think it's hard for me not to go with the defense. Look, even though it's expected, it's still nice to see, because at his floor, which is what he is right now, he looked to be a better defender than Gabe Vincent. Like
he's got the physical tools over.
Like he's just bigger and faster and stronger. Like he was just better. You know what I mean? So it negates a lot of what Gabe did really well. Like, man, I'm really going to miss watching Gabe play the little engine that killed. It was great. To all these people watching this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports Network for all Heat content. And we also want to thank the primary sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports postgame show. That is Aggressive Insurance. If you have any insurance needs, make sure you call 954-581-8800. The beautiful Miss Lynette will definitely help you get those things figured out. And if you mention 5 Reasons Sports, she is giving out free vacation vouchers, ladies and gentlemen. Free vacation vouchers. So make sure you hit Miss Lynette up at 954-581-8800 or visit her website at www.insurancebylynette.com. Thank you so much, Miss Lynette. I couldn't stay on Vic all night, but there were several other players who played really well, and I believe we'll circle back around to Vic anyway. Let's get to some of these donos. It's only one. Thank you, BB, for the $5 dono. He said, wait, why can't Gabe start for Duncan? He's played very well with Lowry in small ball lineups and has shown solid defense. Let's go, Depot. Vamos Heat. I think the reason that you can't start Gabe is because teams don't respect Gabe in the same way that they respect Duncan as a shooter. so the dribble handoffs don't create as much space for Bam and Jimmy as they would with Duncan. And I think that's just primarily the reason. Like the team has solid chemistry with Duncan, so they just leave him in there. No reason to kind of shake that up, just to kind of squeeze Gabe into the lineup. Thank you, SRT Dre, for the 199. Don't know. He said we all getting Oladipo jerseys tomorrow or what? No.
You pay for him.
Yeah, SRT Dre, with your money, I might be able to get up in there, bro. You done gave a couple donuts, bro. So hit your boy up with the money to buy this jersey. I want to get to some other people's game. Let's start with the obvious. Let me find this fucking jersey.
While he files that, I want to thank Christian Carduce for the 199 dono. Who's the most important role player, Depot or PJ? I still got to go with PJ at this point, personally. Just having that guy next to Bam. We saw how big of a hole when you don't have that person next to Bam, and just this season having that person that can shoot the three, that little floater is pretty much money. I would have to go with PJ there. I do want to thank Nick Valverde for 199. Hero in a package for Spider all fucking day.
Don't make us do this tonight.
Yeah, don't make us do it tonight. He played too good. I think you are wrong. The most important role player is Tyler Herro, which is why we're going to talk about him right now.
How dare you call him a role player?
Because he is a fucking role player. Shut the fuck up.
He is not.
Yes, he is, bro. What is he?
He's not a role player. What is he?
He's your second leading scorer, is what he is. I don't think he's a role player.
That doesn't make him not a role player.
Okay, well then maybe by your definition, everyone on this team is a role player.
Nope.
Bam Adebayo's a role player. He plays multiple roles. He's a roles player.
Tyler Herro has one role. Tyler Herro has one role. Get in there and put the ball in the fucking hole.
He might be better at it than anyone on the team, too.
He definitely is better at it than anybody else. Thank you, Voodoo Visions, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said price of the brick going up tonight. Hey, shout out to my boy TJ, man. You go holler at him about the numbers, man. He's the calculator guy. He crunching the numbers for us. Tyler and Victor terrorizing all second units. Yes, Ariel just said that. But let's talk about Tyler a little bit, man. 31 points, 12 of 18, 6 of 9 from 3 in his bag this evening, in the second quarter at least. The first quarter, he didn't do a shit. The second quarter, he had 21 points. Second half, he had 10 points. Talk about Tyler Herro tonight, Ramakan. We're going to start with you.
He did a little bit of everything, but the scoring was off the charts. I mean, his ability to pull up pretty much anyone on the court now, and once he has his confidence going, it seems like every shot he puts up is going in. Like when he gets it, I mean, the pull-up threes over the first couple of years of his career, we were very much complaining about. When he's hot, I don't mind him taking them. Like if you've hit a couple in a row, you pull up, young man, do your thing. You know what I mean? And he ended up doing that. And he ended up what was it? So in that second quarter, it was Jimmy and Tyler giving us 27 straight points. So that second quarter was, without him, we don't get that lead back. And we were down, 13 in that second quarter, and we ended up winning that quarter by 4. So Himbo slice. I like that one. That's a nice one. But Herro was him, right? To shout out that boy Threat. Herro was him. And he did everything that you asked for him from a scoring perspective. And he started doing a little bit more from a little bit from the passing too, right? I mean, he has that in his bag too, but he just didn't go to it much tonight. But he was just on the money as far as the scoring goes. We saw him driving to the rim with, I think it was Jalen Green on his hip, and he went with that off-foot left-hand scoop layup. And he had another one where he went off, and he was able to get it off around the rim. I mean, he's doing everything, all 3 levels scoring. Phenomenal game for Tyler Herro. Can't say enough about him.
Oh, for sure. Christian Carter, thank you for the 199. Don't know. He said rank the Heat's role for him by importance fight. I kind of like this question. How many do you want to do? How many role players do y'all want to do?
Let's do 3.
This is 3?
Like so you kick out Bam and Jimmy, right?
Right.
Your next 3 in terms of importance.
Shit. Tyler.
Ooh.
Kyle. PJ in that order.
I hate that we agree.
Yeah, there's nothing to fight about, really. Like it's like I would have, earlier in the season, I would have kind of flip-flopped it, but it's like
I have a question. You do have Tyler as being more important than Kyle Lowry to this team right now?
Yes,
we're here.
Yeah,
we are here.
Tyler Herro is vitally important to the team because of shit that he do tonight, like scoring 21 points in the second quarter when your team is essentially lifeless. Like these jits came out swinging on Miami. Like Jalen Green, those guys were unconscious and they had the heat on the ropes for a little bit. And Tyler Herro came in there with his usual fuck it ass attitude and just start throwing shit into the rim. So, like, who the fuck am I to like tell this man like, yo, I understand his importance, but let's give other people a chance to debate this. Ariel already said he agrees. Brian, what's your order? Your top 3 Heat role players, order of importance.
No, I'm the same as you guys. Like, I think that Tyler's importance to the offense is second to none on this team. And I feel like he should be. Like, Kyle Lowry is, 36? He's taking a step back, by choice. Like, he's –
Is he?
Yes.
Offensively only, though. Not like, obviously.
He's drunk. Yes, he's still drunk.
I think you can make an argument for Tyler.
I'm saying Tyler.
In terms of offensive impact, not as a player.
Right. Tyler might be a better offensive player, but that doesn't mean that he has more offensive impact than Jimmy Butler on his team.
I think you can make an argument, but I agree with you.
Okay.
Well,
why are you arguing with me?
Because this is what we do on here.
I still think the offensive impact that Tyler has is greater than Kyle or PJ. So, the hell, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't disagree.
Thank you, somebody, for the $2 dono. He said Herro last 7 games, 25.8 points per game on 54% shooting.
Hey, man, it's 25.9, by the way.
Thank you for reciting the Ariel Latias stat for the past couple of games.
I was about to literally use that.
Thank you, Abel Shaw, for the $4.99 dono. He said Caleb played like he knew he earned a playoff spot tonight. Depot played like –
learned that way earlier in the season.
Yeah, he been got that bag.
Yeah.
Depot played like just wait till I average 20 on your head. Hero him, Butler silent 21, scary hours. Butler's 21 was not silent. It was just he didn't play in the fourth quarter, so you didn't see it anymore. Like at the third, but he was kicking their ass all evening. Thank you, SRT Dre, for the $1.99. Don't do this, man. Shouts out to Aggressive Insurance. That's enough. Thank you, Jamal 1482 for the $9.99. Don't know. He said Vic is on a minimum contract. Yes, he is. So I have faith he's going to give maximum effort and great production because I know he wants to get paid this offseason. I don't think it's about money for Vic right now. I think it's just about proving that he still can play in the league. Like a lot of the league wrote him off after those injuries. Like we got him for Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like
this person is not very good at math.
Thank you. Oh my God, Hitsuaki Himes for the $5 dono. He said Depot almost had 17 points in 15 minutes. Okay,
11.
Yeah, if Vic looks like this for 30 minutes, he has to start over Duncan. No, maybe. Thank you, Alex Zafata, for the $4 dono. He said $4 for number 4. RIP to the bench. Okay, over it. Yes, indeed.
This just had to be funny.
Christian Carducci said, I thought that question was going to start more smoke than it did. Thwarted again. Hey, bro, listen, sometimes we be in our basketball bag and we have like a hive mind going on. Thank you, okay, for the $4.99. Don't know. Spo unlocks everyone. Let's see what he does with Depot. You already starting to see it. He can make Victor Oladipo come back from injury and take 2 charges. Thank you, Swoop, for the $5 dono. He said, stop trying to say Herro is better than Jimmy or reverse, man. If you saw what I saw with Depot and our team tonight, let them make the right play. I just want to win the game, bro.
I don't think anyone's saying Herro's better than Jimmy, though.
No.
It's not always
no one's ever said that.
No, thank you, Julian, for letting these folks know. It's 731 people watching this, man. Smash that like button for the kids. If we don't have 300 likes in this video by now, bro, it look like we finna do a 35-minute show. Thank you, Chris XP, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said better peak backup Cal Dunk or Herro Depot.
Herro Depot.
Herro Depot.
No, I think. Well, yeah. Clarify that in the chat. Do you mean them as players at their peaks, or you mean like what you expect from them going forward this season if they're all playing like really well?
I think the answer is still the same.
Is it?
Depot and Herro.
I would think B, bro. Peak
really?
Depot?
Yeah.
Depot?
Peak Depot and peak.
But that's why I don't feel like that's the question he's asking.
You're saying like which one, like when they're playing together, which one is going to be playing better?
Like if all 4 guys are playing at their apex going forward, what's the better backcourt?
Still
Herro Depot.
Well, yeah, the answer is the same.
Yeah.
Does that really change? Like, I mean,
no, I think I agree with you guys. All time.
Because I mean,
even then,
maybe it's because we've been so long since we've seen peak Duncan. Like maybe
1 year and a half.
That's what I'm saying. It's been quite some time. Like if you
Duncan isn't anywhere near peak Herro.
He means peak all time.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like I still don't.
No. He's not a better player, but I'm just saying the combination of Lowry and Duncan might be more like they have less repetitive skill sets. than Kyle. Than Tyler and Depot. Tyler and Depot both need the ball. Duncan plays off ball. Kyle Lowry, Greg Simpson. I don't know. That's just
but Vic can be really good off the ball too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Duncan Tyler. Tyler's not have bad either. That's why the answer is the same for both of them for me. Thank you, Jason Alabwale, for the 199. Don't know. He said someone thought Gabe was going to play over Depot. Shut the fuck up, Jason Alabwale. I thought that. But look, no, can you blame me? No, Gabe has been really, really, really good this year, bro. So it's like, it was hard when you hadn't seen Victor Oladipo play basketball in a year. We only got 4 games of him last year. So it was hard to really quantify how he would come in and fit. But then when you see it, like, it's pretty hard to deny. You know what I mean? We knew he was going to be a really good player. Didn't know he looked like this fast. I am still expecting, like, some games where it doesn't look this good. You know what I mean? Tonight might be an anomaly, so I want to see it a couple more times. But he's definitely earned the right to, kind of jump in there. I have no problems with him playing before Gabe for the next couple of games just to kind of see where he is. Let's get back to this game tonight. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. We kind of hinted on him. Didn't really get a chance to do a deep dive on Jimmy's game tonight. He was a beast tonight, bro. Like, he 7 for 11 from the field. He had 9 free throw attempts, just kind of bullying his way. This is a team that plays to Jimmy's strengths. You can mismatch hunt any of those fuckers and just kind of do whatever he wants. Ariel Latias, tell me what you saw from Jimmy Butler tonight, bro.
You saw Jimmy being Jimmy. I mean, he had a couple of kind of subpar games by his standards leading into the last 2 games where he's played quite a bit better. I think he just always gets up for Philly. And actually, I think he always gets up for Houston, if I remember correctly. I feel like he always plays really well against the Rockets. They also really suck, so that's kind of expected. But, I mean, like, he did all of his work in 3 quarters. In that second quarter when they were, you're getting down 10-12 here. I don't think any of us ever feel like they're not going to come back and win this game. But
I said it like the second quarter. The Heat are finna blow their ass out.
Yeah. I was telling my buddy, was like, what's happening? And I'm like, you don't watch Heat games. They're going to be up 15 by the third quarter, I promise you. But they needed the jump from somewhere, and they got it from Herro. But Jimmy, I mean, that combination in that second quarter brought them all the way back. They swung the game by like 15 or 17 points when those 2 were in there. And he was just getting to the line, slowing the game down, just doing what Jimmy does, man, like taking advantage of mismatches. Like, they don't have anybody on the perimeter that can check him. And it's just when things look bad for Jimmy when other guys don't really have it going. With this team, I just think like they have so many weapons now with Vic back, and I'm not going to count on Vic for too much, although it's hard not to get excited. That it kind of like Jimmy just is in a role right now where I feel like they don't need him to be their best scorer. Like, Tyler's kind of taking that step right now, and I still want to see it over a more lengthy, stretch of games from Tyler to say before I'm comfortable saying like I'm super like he is the guy going forward. But he's averaging 26 a game on 54% over the last 7 games. If this leap is something that is sustained going forward, Jimmy's in an ideal role. He just has to be a dog. He has to be fantastic defensively. He has to do all the other things that he does, but he doesn't have to be 25 a game every single night, Jimmy. And that's not really who he is. So it's a perfect role for him going forward. I'm excited to see how things develop for this team going forward, because again, that Dragon Ball Z meme, this isn't even my final form. You fool, this isn't even my final form. That's what this Heat team is, and I think that we're going to learn a lot about this team over the next couple of weeks as we see them whole, and hopefully they can stay whole.
Yeah, they think I'm playing out here, Ariel Latias, bro. That's 174 likes on this video. It's 719 people in here. Let me go ahead and pull up this Heat schedule so we can figure out who the fuck we finna play next. Everybody finna nap tonight, bitch.
I am pretty tired.
Yeah, me too, bro. Get them likes up to 350, bro. We got a couple more subjects that we're going to hit real quick. If we ain't up there, then we can cancel this. Thank you, Kelvin Farrar, for the $5 dono. He said, we now have something no one else in the league has, options. I think there are several teams with options. I think we have many more options than a lot of other teams. Like, this team now looks 11 deep.
Does any team, let me ask a question to the panel. Do you guys feel like any other of the contenders have more guys? Like, overall, how many dudes y'all have on your squad that you feel comfortable are gonna like can pop off any night?
No, like I think a lot of those teams have more top end guys. Like, their top end talent may be much higher than Miami.
I think Golden State might have a couple.
Though, right? Like more than 3, maybe.
I mean, they got Wiggins, right? You got Clay. Poole has been really good off the bench.
Yeah, sure.
If they get Wiseman back, I'm not sure when he's coming back.
I wouldn't throw him there.
Okay, and then offensively, Draymond hasn't been good, but you see what he does for them.
I would not throw him in there.
I'm just
messing with you.
They're probably the other team that has a good set of options behind Steph Curry.
I thought you were going Phoenix because Phoenix is a pretty deep team. But yeah, like my answer is no. I don't think none of them hoes got more.
Like the Heat 7, 8, 9 in their rotation can go off for 20, and you're not even surprised. If Caleb goes for 20, nobody's surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
we've seen Dirk get double-doubles for like 7 games straight, and we're just like, that's normal.
All right, sit your ass on the bench for Bam, come back and never play again. Thank you, Justin Adebole, for the $4.99 dono. He said Rockets fans got to be sick to their stomach with some of the shots Jimmy made. You damn straight. Jimmy was throwing up some bullshit, but it was going in, so I was cool with it. I don't have any problems with Jimmy making shots. We at 206 likes now. I'm keeping the track, bro. Brian, go ahead and talk about Jimmy Butler tonight, G.
No, like Ariel said, Jimmy looked like Jimmy. I know that, recently there's been some subpar games from him, and we've kind of had those conversations about like Jimmy stalling the offense and taking, a lot of ISO plays that may not be best for the offense. But man, that dude is so good. Like I'm never really worried about oh man, that is comedy gold. Like I don't even Jimmy. So I'm never really worried about him. I feel like there's this narrative that Jimmy is a one-level scorer, and I would probably agree with that. But statistically, I think he's been way better from mid-range than people give him credit for. Like those turnaround jumpers, he's been making a lot of this season. I love the fact that he's at least these past couple of games he hasn't had to play in the fourth. Like I still think that the Jimmy maintenance program should be an option, and I think that this is how you keep Jimmy healthy. Is if you have big leads on bad teams, you're good. Do call me a young Biggie. This sweater is way bigger than my size. I just want to point that out. I wear oversized clothing because I grew up in the early 2000s. That's what all the rappers wore. So I was like, shit, that's what I got to do. So just don't get it twisted. I'm not that big, damn. But I love Jimmy Butler. That dude is great. He's going to continue to be great. This team is going to go as Jimmy goes, and I think that he's going to continue to build towards the playoffs. And I think having games where you have Herro or Depot or Bam or Kyle, whoever going off and, can kind of give Jimmy that rest offensively and in quarters is great. So I'm really happy with Jimmy. Never have a negative thing to say about that man.
Shit, you better than me. Thank you, Heather Cloud, for the $4.99 free dollars. Since you don't want to say that,
she did this before, and she left a comment. So I'm trying to find it, but
bro, she be doing that all the time. She just messages.
Oh, here it is.
She just say shit to me on Twitter. She said, in honor of Women's Month, LOL, I would like to say, where's my favorite Threat and Kendall? I love y'all too, though. Threat and Kendall taking the night off, but Heather, we appreciate you and happy Women's Month. We'll put the boys on there. They'll be back later on. I don't know when, but we don't really have a schedule here. We just gotta do it.
Don't.
Sure. That morning of, I asked who the fuck finna come on the show. And you say you is a yay. Justin Rubicon, go ahead and talk about Jimmy Butler's game tonight.
He controlled the pace of the game tonight. Like when the game was starting to get out of there, he was slowing the game down, getting to the line, and we saw that in that first quarter, the Rockets team was just in a really good flow. Like they were just hitting everything. Everything was in stride. And we needed Jimmy Butler to just break that flow up. And that's exactly what he did. And he just continued to do that all night quietly. And, he continues to dog teams that have poor defenders over and over again. There's one thing, and I'm not sure, this is not really a Jimmy thing. It might be a Kyle thing. I don't like how many times they just throw the ball from the backcourt to the front court with Jimmy, because Jimmy has to jump really high. And I feel like one of these times he's going to end up on somebody's foot. Like, they just put him in a really tough position to just have to go up and catch these, not high risk, but, acrobatic catches. And sure, they're great to see. And I love to see him push the pace of the ball, but it doesn't always work out. If things aren't already there set up, like make sure that you protect Jimmy as well. So I want to make sure that he does, his thing and make sure that he stays safe. But just overall he did everything you asked for. I mean, he was finishing at the rim. He was pump faking. He was getting fouls drawn. He was hitting decently at the free throw line. He hasn't been, I think Threat said this as well. He hasn't been hitting at the free throw line with the same consistency as before. Like he hasn't hit 30 straight, 40 straight like he was earlier in the season. But he's continuing to still get there, and he controls the game, right? When he wants to, he can take over the game just by the pace and how he just attacks the rim and attacks everything. So I loved what I saw from Jimmy Butler tonight.
Oh, for sure. Oh, no, see, they think I'm playing. So let me see. Who Miami play next game? We play the Suns on Wednesday. We play the Suns on Wednesday.
Y'all remember what happened last time they played the Suns?
Yeah, without Jimmy,
I remember who popped off in that game.
Oh yeah, and you remember who the fuck was talking that? What's that man name? Mr. Johnson.
Eddie Johnson. Yeah,
Eddie Johnson. Yeah, we can see
we're still going at that bum.
Yeah, every time. So we play the Suns next game on Wednesday at 7:30, and this is an ESPN game. So Jonathan Rumacon, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling good. I'm pretty sure Devin Booker is still going to be out with health and safety. No, he's not. Okay,
he's expected back tomorrow against Orlando, Oregon, Miami.
Okay. So Booker will be back, and that's going to be the only guy we have to deal with. I mean, I don't think Cam Johnson is going to be playing. I'm pretty sure he's hurt with a contusion as well. They're just missing a lot of guys, right? And I think without Chris Paul there, it's going to make it really hard. We might see a little bit of an inside abusing from Ayton. I think, with the switching that happens with the Heat, he might be able to pick his matches what we want. We saw it a lot tonight, like that. I can't remember the dude, the 19-year-old European guy from the Sengun, right? He had a field day in that first half against anybody that switched on him, and I'm afraid that Ayton might have that same thing if Bam continues to switch out. I'd like to see him stay in the paint a little more, but outside of that, I'm really not worried. The Heat are gonna blow this shit out.
Yeah, my first name was who in the fuck is Sengun? Because that boy was eating in the first half. Aaron Latiz, the boy feeling good.
Boys feeling great. How can you not? 9 of the next 10 are at home in Miami. They're on fire. They've been beating good teams up and down recently, and I think they get another W on Wednesday. The Suns, this is going to be the third straight game that the Heat are playing a team that's coming off the second night of a back-to-back, if I remember correctly, right? The Suns aren't playing tonight. The Orlando game, I believe, is tomorrow. So it's the third straight game that the Heat are getting a team on the second night of a back-to-back in Miami. They're 2-0 in that scenario. They're healthy. I think, Tyler Herro has a big game against them. He gets up when he plays Devin Booker. He did that last time, and he's on fire right now. So I think he keeps that hot streak going, and I think the Heat get a dub.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, Jim Will Bolundris, for the $7.99 ass dollars. He said Jimmy and Kyle showing off to Dolphins fans with those throws and catches. Yo, Jimmy did kind of look like a primetime wide receiver out there a couple of them times, but Kyle just throws that shit in the general vicinity of Jimmy. He don't give a fuck if it's accurate or not. Catch this.
Like with Patrick Mahomes, like, fuck it, Tyreek Hill's out there somewhere.
Exactly. Just throw that shit. Brian, the boy feeling good?
Feeling good, feeling great. I feel like the Heat are going to go undefeated for the rest of the season and playoffs.
Yes,
so
sir.
What does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to blow that shit out. We're good.
We're here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you already know. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? We got the boy Vic back, 20. This tonight was just a warm-up. He was just showing you folks. Spo was trying to teach y'all with a little 15-minute sample size. The boy getting 38 minutes next game. You hear me? The boy getting 38 minutes, and we going for 40. Yeah, I doubled his scoring output, but he could do that. We saw it tonight. Everything. The bounce there, the passing get 40 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 more charges drawn. Heat win by 30. I don't give a fuck if they whole team healthy. Heat in 5. So, thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to Jonathan Ramacon. Thank you to Ariel Latiz. Thank you to Brian Young for joining me this evening. I told y'all hold it off for to get up out of here because y'all ain't get my 350. Play the video, Jonathan.
Jimmy buckets! Clutch time!
Tyler Herro, what a finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh! That's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.